welcome to part 2 of session 11. It's been a week for you. Feels like a fucking week. Yeah. It's been about 15 minutes for us. We rejoin the action as Nameless is dragging a corpse down the road with his head bumping on every cobblestone. With Maeve, I believe he's still cleaning the blood behind, maybe?
Oh, no, outside. The rain will get that.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. We still have a corpse over to the side of the square. Both the remaining Tuskbreakers have been taken into custody by the town's guard. And the party have agreed to do the job that the Tuskbreakers came down here to do originally. We do have a Rory for part 2, but we've lost a Dubar, so I suppose.
They're avoiding each other.
Yeah, it doesn't appear that
just
way.
the same person, that's all it is.
Right, so, what do you want to do? Rory, you've still got time to interject on this corpse desecration.
Yeah.
Desecration.
I think Rory would be a bit dazed, but then he just hears this wet thudding and Maeve casting spell. Does it have a vocal component to it?
Does prestidigitation have a vocal
I'm not 100%
component?
sure, bear with me. VS.
Yeah.
Right,
Clean.
so Rory could hear you casting spells.
Clean.
Clean.
And he like runs off down the road after them. With his robes.
It doesn't take you very long to catch up. He's not moving very, very fast, dragging the 350-pound corpse of Darden.
Hey, I'm helping.
What are you doing? Getting rid of the body.
Returning it to nature.
And he points to Maeve and Cliff and they want him in the trees. No. No. I must do a ritual. I must repent. And then we must take these bodies back to Bridge City.
That's fine.
Nameless sighs and just drops the wrist into the wagon. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I will help to drag it back to the wagon.
Okay.
Please don't.
You just hear this huff inside the helmet.
I just kind of look at Rory. So, do you have a way to make it not smell, right?
Yes. It's usually used.
Okay.
He's not been there that long.
It's usually used
He's
as
not
a
going to smell
stopgap,
yet.
so that a body can be resurrected, but I'm not sure. It's beyond
Let's
my
not
ability to
resurrect
do that.
one.
But we'll leave it up to the authorities in Bridge City. I'll have to scrabble around for some ingredients. I think I saw some rose petals by the tavern. I have some penance to make up for this. I don't know what came over me. I just felt so angry at the way he was treating us. But I should know that I shouldn't let the anger get the better of me. Because it leads
What
to things
happened,
like this.
Rory? Someone said that we weren't just defending ourselves? Dubar said that you said something.
This guy was bullying us, and I asked Dubar if he was going to let this guy talk to us like this. And then Dubar punched him in the jaw. But then our friend decided that was warrant to murder us all. Which is a tad disproportionate, don't you think?
I just chime in. Yeah, just a bit.
Nameless looks at the body a little bit, looking at him, and then points. There's a fist-sized dent in his face.
Rory looks at it and with like regret in his eyes. as he sees the guy's head that's been caved in.
Callisto would just kind of try to comfort Rory a little bit. And we all slip up sometimes. We all kind of forget who we are and what our purpose is.
The least we can do is do the right thing.
Yes.
For this
Could his
body, I
behavior-
don't think leaving it in nature is the right thing to do, Maeve, but maybe along the way there may be another opportunity. But I hope not.
Now, see, we already found reason to believe that this man was doing something out of desperation. Was this the right choice?
He may have been doing it out of desperation, but he was an asshole.
They was starting to go.
And sometimes we need to deal with assholes.
Well, I wouldn't go this far, but
No. I was
Yeah,
expecting
we don't need
maybe
to
just a
ram
little
things through
this
the
way.
asshole.
I'm going to try to be more diplomatic in future, is what I'm saying.
Maeve,
Keep my mouth
I'm
shut.
gonna have to have a discussion with you and how to use ramming and asshole
What?
in the same sentence. And not to do it.
A discussion about
don't need to be
framing.
ramming anything through the asshole.
Okay, let's just get on with preparing the bodies.
Okay, so
So, anyways,
I am. Whoa.
I'm really
Rory-
glad I'm back on the card at this
Rory
point.
leaves through his ritual book and finds the recipe for rose oil.
Okay. You do need to collect a few little bits.
Yeah.
I take it during this whole exchange, you are bringing the body back to the car.
Yeah, we're bringing the body back to
yes,
the car.
yes, we are.
Okay.
I'm going to help.
Please
Okay,
don't.
so you can all roll with disadvantage because Maeve's helping. No, I am absolutely joking. Between Rory, Callista, and Nameless, it's no problem getting it back. And despite
I carry a toe.
despite Maeve's help.
Naylor's just gently
cleaning
pushes
the
her
grass.
aside and keeps pulling.
So you get the body back to the cart. You get it on the cart. There is the other body. Are you collecting that, or are you leaving it where it is?
Oh, we're going to take
we
both
need
the
to have a
bodies.
decent look through.
Okay, so you can collect the other body, put it on the cart. You can look through it at your leisure. Right, Rory. You need rose petals. Is there anything else you actually need?
I need an empty bottle,
Right. Okay.
and
Well, we're next to a tavern.
Yeah.
We can probably find you an empty bottle.
yeah. I think I might have one actually.
Is there any ivy growing up the side of this tavern?
No.
No. Any of the buildings that we can see?
Ha! I have an empty glass vial with a cork. There we go.
Okay.
Alright.
Is there anything else that you actually need for that, or is it just
It says it's an optional, but I don't know what the optional's for.
the optional might have an additional effect if you used it?
Agua Aurea.
Yeah. So you just need some sort of medium, so it's either water or alcohol or something like that to actually mix up the.
What is
oil.
Agua Aurea?
It is. I don't know without going and getting the book.
Alright, I won't make you get it. Doesn't say. It says it's optional, so.
So the rose petals are no issue. They're literally there. I'm not even going to make you roll for it because they're literally right in front of you. You've got the bottle. Now it's up to you whether you want to use water or you want to get some sort of like alcoholic spirits from the tavern. But you can use either.
Would have been funny if you made him roll and he rolled a 1 and he set the bush on fire.
Okay, so it's the essential oil from the petals that makes it into an oil.
Yeah.
So it's like an emulsion. Okay, I'll get some fresh water from the tavern.
Okay. You can go in there. You ask for some water. The
Yeah.
barmaid's still a bit like confused about what's been going on. She's a bit dazed, but she is for. as per like the first part of the session, the barmaid is under the belief of whatever happened wasn't your fault, and she's a bit apologetic, thinking that she shouldn't have allowed these people in the tavern, or should have kicked them out when it started getting a bit loud. But she gives you a jug full of fresh water.
Okay, I give her a copper for her trouble. A penny for her trouble.
She's very appreciative of the income. But if you've only got the one glass vial, that's going to be enough, I would say, to anoint both the corpses one time.
All right.
But you've
Can
got
I
enough.
buy some?
Well,
Can I buy some extra bowls then?
you want to try in the tavern, see if she's got any.
Yeah.
So she says to you, "Oh, I've got plenty of spare, empty jars and things that we just normally throw."
Love those, please.
And she comes back with some larger, not real vials, but I suppose.
Gilner jars.
Yeah. So she comes back with like 3 or 4. Let's say 4. Does these be any use for you?
Those would be grand, please.
Oh, please take them. We were just going to throw them away.
Thank you kindly. And I take some more water, and I'll give her 2 more coppers.
Well, that's very kind of you.
No, after all the trouble we've caused you today, this is the least I can do. I hope we can help the village with its troubles.
I do too.
I'm going to learn to keep my mouth shut in future with big barbarians.
Yeah, it's not really the wisest thing. He was a big guy.
And he had a witch with him who was influencing everyone's minds in here.
Is that why I feel so groggy?
Could be.
I think we're probably going to have to start being a bit more discerning about our customers in the future. Oh, well, thank you anyway. And don't forget, if you happen to come across my father's locket whilst you're out hunting these orcs, I'll be very appreciative if you can return it.
I shall keep both my eyes open for it.
Oh, thank you again.
And my third eye. I'm kidding.
So you've got all the stuff there. These jars are bigger than the vial, so they would... I'd say the vial would anoint 2 corpses one time, so these jars will probably do the same thing if you filled them up. Maybe twice, so like 4 doses per jar.
Right, I'll make plenty and stash it in the wagon.
Right, it'll take you. In fact, give me a herbalism check, and this is going to be more about how long it takes rather than.
Okay, and I need to spend a spell slot, right?
Yes, you do.
Yeah. Herbalism check. Is that a skill?
It is. So it will be. What's that?
Medicine.
Yeah, so it'll be medicine plus your on top of that your proficiency bonus because you're using your herbalism kit, so you get like a.
So if I roll and then add 2.
Yeah.
25.
25, right.
Yeah.
So the timescale on this ranges from around 20 minutes to 2 hours. With a 25, you're doing it in 20 minutes.
Okay.
So it takes you 20 minutes to just make this stuff up and store it in the jars.
I'll spend a first level spell slot and I'll mutter a prayer of contrition and pray for preservation of these bodies until they can be devoted to whatever god.
You see that your divine magic infuses this oil as you're mixing it up. You don't see any sort of like any diminishment to the magic, even though you're wearing the ring, because it's not really a healing spell that you're casting. So you do see like this divine energy go into the oil, which activates it, and you can see now that it's got this sort of like pinkish hue, but there's almost like a glitter to it.
Cool. I take some time and I use my gauze and water and I wipe the wounds to the body. I clean their bodies and then I anoint them with the oil, muttering a prayer to Ithas, praying for these bodies' preservation and for the guidance of their souls in the afterlife.
You see that the skin does take on some sort of like luster. It's not they don't look pallid and dead anymore, but they're not obviously alive. And there's now a faint smell of roses around these two corpses. So I would say with the entire ritual of anointing them and the making of your stuff, it's going to take about 30 minutes.
Okay.
That's the total. So in that time, what does everybody else want to do?
I was gonna say, is a short rest normally a half hour or an hour?
It's normally an hour.
Do we have time to take a short rest?
I
Entirely.
was gonna say I'm still pretty badly hurt, so I wonder if we
I would like to take a
chill
short
out
rest,
for an
but
Yes, I would like to.
Yeah.
we
So,
also have several jobs that we need to complete as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would
that was going to be my other question. Could we short rest on our way to where we're going, potentially?
You could, but whoever's driving won't be able to.
Dewbell's going to need a short rest.
I think I'm the least beat up out of everybody because I've only lost 3 hit points. So I will drive first.
Thank you.
thank you.
And then I can get my short rest on the way, I assume. Eventually, if we're swapping drivers, if it's that long of a drive.
It's not that far to the farm. It's not going to take you an hour to get to the farm from here. No, it's like I say, it's entirely up to you guys. It'll probably take you about 15 minutes to get to the farm if you're taking the horse and cart. However, you can't walk there and take a short rest. Whoever's driving won't be able to get the full hour of the short rest. And Rory's only going to have half an hour because doing that ritual and making the potion is classed as a strenuous activity, so you won't get a short rest either.
Well, why don't we wait for Rory to finish his ritual thing and then we go?
Yeah, why don't we take a yeah.
Actually, yeah. While Rory's doing that, I can take my short rest.
We're not in so much of a rush that, we're not going to take a full day, but we can at least go and deal with this livestock issue as soon as we can, basically.
If you guys want to take an hour's worth of downtime after Rory's finished and take a short rest, it'll be 12 noon.
I was going to say, we've
we
only
got plenty
just
of time.
turned up.
We could do
Like,
this
why
in
don't we just go into the
rest.
tavern and have
Yeah.
breakfast? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go and have some lunch.
Eat, stock up,
Well, an
calm
early
down.
lunch. Yeah, because we've just had the shit beaten out of us at the end of the day.
When after Rory finishes his anointing the corpses, it's 11 o'clock. So even if you take an hour for a short rest, it's only going to be 12.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would personally.
That actually sounds like a good idea to eat, relax.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
While we're
ourselves squared and then
eating
move on.
in the tavern, maybe Maeve and I, Vanera and I could talk about the herbs.
yes.
Yeah,
Can I help out with the herbs as well, actually?
yeah. Identifying items or anything like that.
Guys,
you can
Sarah's
do
been
that
trying
whilst
to say
you're on
something
rest.
for a while.
It's okay. I was going to put my hand up to say that I can help with that, but also could I go off and find some supplies for alchemy and things like that, which will probably be needed soon.
Right. So do you need to take a short rest?
No,
You don't.
no, I
Right,
don't.
So you can go and do that while they're resting if you want to.
She can get a
Let
sandwich and then
anybody
set
know.
off to find her plants.
Right. So, identification of items is allowed during a short rest. That's not going
Cool.
to interrupt your rest. Is there anything that anybody wanted to do in the half hour that Rory was preparing the oil and then anointing the bodies?
I can cast Identify on the herbs if somebody points them out to me.
Does Identify
Yeah,
work on non-magical items?
I believe so. Bear with me. But does Lilith let people know what she's doing, or does she keep it to herself?
No, I will let people know I'm just going off to find different, resources.
If you find some ivy, can you grab us some?
Yes, I can.
Thank you.
Okay, so nobody... the reason I've been asking you whether you wanted to do anything whilst Rory was preparing his potion is because somebody said that they wanted to have a look over the witch's body, and nobody's said that they want to do it, so I'm going to assume that you're not going to loot her. Unless you change your mind now.
I took a swing at it, and all I did was look under her skirt, so...
Somebody loot her.
Nameless, do you want to do that?
Yeah.
Have another go while we are calmer?
His helm is off now, and he just kind of looks at you for a second and then nods.
Should probably have a spell book that Maeve could use.
Although my investigation is not good.
Well, I've been
Yeah, he's got the
anointing
best
bodies, so
investigation.
I could probably just hand you stuff.
I would plus
can
3
always
to
run-
investigation. Sorry.
I can always go and have a look after I've done the Identify, because Identify only takes me 10 minutes. My investigation is plus 5.
Like
Yeah,
do it
you-
before we rest, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You choose one.
You'd be better off looking
so,
over me.
Identify. You choose one object that you must touch throughout the casting with the spell. If it is a magic item or some other magic imbued item, you learn its properties and how to use them, whether it requires attunement to use and how many charges it has. If any, you learn whether any spells are affecting the item and what they are. If the item was created by a spell, you learn which spell created it. If you instead touch a creature throughout the casting, you learn what spells, if any, that are currently affecting it. That is the full listing.
Okay, so it doesn't work on non-magical items. Sorry, I'm...
That's fine. I'm just letting you know what's... Right, it's magic item or magically imbued item.
Right. So if it's a non-magical item with no magical properties, you are not going to be able to identify it. I'm just
that's fine.
pointing that out.
All right.
Right. So, who's doing the investigation check for the Red Witch?
Maeve, I think. Got plus 5.
I can do, yeah.
Well, if there's people helping, you can have advantage.
Is anybody helping me?
I assume you're doing it
I'll
whilst
help.
I'm anointing the bodies.
Yeah, so you can't help me. But Lauren just said she will, so.
Yes.
That's a dirty 20.
Okay, so, looking over a body and her belongings, there's no spell book. You do find a coin purse. Inside the coin purse, there is 15 gold pieces, and there's 20 silver pieces, and 5 copper pieces.
Was that 1525?
Yeah.
Are we writing that down in the party loot?
I'm just writing it.
Right. You do. As you turn her over, she is wearing a pendant that is the same as what Lilith's got.
She's a sorcerer.
But other than her clothes, that's all she's got on her.
Okay. That's why she doesn't have a spell book, isn't it?
Might be. Okay.
fine.
So,
Cool.
you unless there's anything you want to do, you guys go and do your short rest.
Yeah.
So roll hit dice if you want to roll hit die. Lilith, while they're short resting, what is it in particular that you are looking for?
So I am looking for additional plants, ivy, and things that I can just add in to help with my alchemist supplies. Just general.
During the short rest, I'm going to do my arcane recovery, darling.
That's fine.
So I just roll 1d8 plus 2.
1 because I did it.
Six.
Right, okay, you can give me a survival check or a nature check, Lilith.
Cool. That's fine. Right, which one is better? Survival or
Ooh,
nature?
9 points.
Survival is better, so I'm gonna go with that. Because survival is +3 and nature is just +1. I've got 18 total.
Okay. Right. You're currently in a farmland setting.
Yeah.
So, things you come across, you do find some ivy.
Yeah.
There are obviously roses, poppies. There's hawthorn. There's giant hogweed.
Mhm.
Bluebells and daisies are numerous.
Yep.
There are oak trees around, and there is mugwort and mulberry. So, depending on how long you want to spend gathering said things,
Yeah.
I normally say if you're just gathering, you get one of each, which is like one bushel or one whatever.
Yeah.
You want to spend a little bit longer.
Mhm.
So if you want to spend the entire hour, you can take 2 of everything, or
Mhm.
more of one, and it's up to you what you want
Yeah.
to collect.
Okay. Just to double check with everyone, how long do we think we are going to be here for?
Well, we're taking
the hour, so
half an hour. Yeah, so Rory's thing at the beginning is half an hour plus an hour for the last short rest, so that's an hour and a half.
So if I do an hour, I will then come back while everyone's probably in the tavern, and that way I can get as much of this as possible.
yeah, you have time.
Yeah, just want to make sure that, we've got the time, that what we're doing and time-wise. Cool, I will add all this in.
Yeah. So if you're spending that sort of time, you can either take 2 of everything, or you can alter those numbers so it's the equivalent.
Yep. With the oak trees, I'm assuming, is it like, what am I taking from the oak trees? Is it the leaves? Is it the acorns?
Whatever you want to take.
The branches.
Yeah, right. Cool. I will add in now.
It's all.
I took 2 hit die in the end,
I used all of mine.
and I rolled a d4 for my holy symbol to regain some charges. Because I forgot to do that.
It's fine. You do, Lilith, while you're out and about, you do find a small alchemist shop as well.
Ooh. cool.
If you want to nip in there. Now, I don't know what all the ingredients are for some of the alchemical potions, but I can tell you
Yeah.
what sort of things are there. So it might be the ingredients for said potion, or there might be, if you want to have a look, it's up to you.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have a look.
Excuse me. Right, so you see this shop. It is just a wooden building. It's a little ramshackle, but it's there's some effort into upkeep. As you open the door, it's a small one-room building. There's a counter at the end, and there's an oldish gentleman with grey hair, bit of a bald patch, sat behind the counter. You do see along the two of the walls as you come in, there are shelves, and there's like plenty of brand new glass vials and things like that that you could use for storing potions and whatever you've crafted in. Behind the counter, there are some smallish wooden barrels that are all labelled with different things. As you walk towards him, he's like, looks over to you and he's like, "Hello, is there anything I can help you with?"
I would just like to know what you have here and how much certain things cost.
Oh, we're not a big shop, but we do stock some things. We've got plenty of potion vials. They're 3 coppers each, or 10 for a silver. We got numerous ingredients for mixing some alchemical potions here, like for a basic healing potion, or alchemist's fire is always a popular one.
Okay. I think I've got enough, fire within me, thanks.
Oh, okay. If you're looking to make a healing potion, they're quite the ingredients are quite expensive. This roundabout, let's have a look. To make one, enough to make one, costs you 25 gold pieces.
Oh, that's good to know. Thank you.
We do have this other stuff. It just came in actually from a young man in Bridge City. Not found a use for it. And he goes over to this little barrel and he pulls out a cork, and some like black grains fall into his hand, and he puts it on the counter in a tiny little pile. He goes, "Watch this! It's quite entertaining." And he grabs a wick for lighting a candle, lights it on a candle, and touches it to these grains, and it goes, and there's a big cloud of smoke, and the smell of sulphur.
Black powder.
Oh, right.
I was gonna say, wheat, or is it? Yeah, I think wheat is very flammable.
It's called
dust is explosive.
It's called smoke powder. That's what he said it was.
Okay.
Poor young Phil thought he'd found the potion of eternal youth.
Oh, how very silly. I don't think that's ever possible.
I could sell you some of this if you want.
How much?
Well, it depends how much you want.
How much have you got?
And he points to a barrel that's about this big, like
Okay.
front to back, and about that around. It's not huge.
Does he know she's a sorcerer?
Nope.
Stand back!
So, well, I paid, was it 10 gold pieces for the barrel. I could let you have it for 11.
I won't need that much. We'll
Yes, you
just
do.
take maybe a
Maybe
Eat all of it.
bottles. I was gonna say 2 bottles of it.
Two
good.
and he pulls out like 2 test tube size vials. Something this big, bit bigger.
You like that? Yeah.
Maybe 5 coppers each.
That's fine. That's fine. Yes.
If you buy 2, I tell you what, I'll do it for 8 copper.
Oh, marvelous. Thank you.
And then he tips some of this black powderish substance into these test tubes and puts a cork in at the top of them. And then he wraps it in like a cotton wrap and hands it to you. Be very careful with it. He's a bit volatile when he gets near flame.
Cool.
So do I.
Excellent.
This, dear listeners, is called foreshadowing.
We're all going to explode.
So you can put 2 vials of smoke powder in your inventory.
Yep. This is gonna be fun.
Excellent.
Shit about the whole
thank
thing.
you.
You know how many grenades we could make with that?
No, I don't want to do it. No, I don't want to go boom.
You can't make any grenades with it because you're not an artificer.
Yeah, there we are. That's fine. That's fine. That's
And you can't use your modern knowledge in this world.
You shut up.
Damn it. I was gonna make
That sounds like a multiplus to me.
The holy hand grenade of Antioch.
Or a really big blunderbuss.
Oh dear.
Right,
make
excuse me.
a core of
Oh. Yeah.
something.
Cool. Thank you very much.
Demon,
Fry with
demon core,
dynamite.
that's it.
You're very welcome, young
Excellent.
lady.
Thank you.
I'll go now.
Just imagine how many castles we could knock down with that stuff.
Actually, no. Could I get 10 empty vials as well? So you're 10 for 1 silver.
Certainly. And he pulls out a little wooden crate filled with straw, and he puts 10 vials into it, and then covers it with straw.
Cool. Do you have a little bag, please? Paper bag.
Paper bag.
Well, just a bag or something. Something to carry. A pouch.
You do have a backpack.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm clumsy.
He looks around and he pulls up like a Hessian sack. He's like, "These two."
Yes, great.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
And he hands you the sack. It's like,
Thank you. Thank you.
So Lilith now has her reusable shopping bag. Brilliant.
We've got the reusable shopping bag now. Bag for life.
Bag
Yay!
merch.
yeah.
If you cut open the button, you can just put everything you could ever want in it.
Yeah, you can buy one of our reusable shopping bags on the merch store. It's a Hessian sack. It'll cost you 10 quid.
You're charging way too little. It's got to be at least 25.
25 quid for this Hessian sack I got off the potato man.
Yeah, smart bags are
You
bigger
don't
on
have
the
a merch
inside
store
than they
yet.
are on the outside.
Right, okay.
Shouting out.
So you guys in the tavern complete your short rest. You gain whatever hit points or whatever abilities you can do on your short rest. Lilith, you come back with a literal bag full of plant material and whatnot.
Yep. Yeah, I do.
Can I show those herbs to Rory and Maeve and ask if either of them know what they are?
Right, okay, yeah. So on your you're doing this on your short rest, aren't you?
Comes in kicking open the door with sunglasses and a puffy coat and all the tags are still out. Some
I'm gonna do
bitches.
Herbalism check then.
Yeah, you can do.
Am I doing the same?
If
15.
if there's 2 of you doing it, one of you do it with advantage.
Oh, I'll do it with advantage. I'll roll that again.
Oh, shit.
That's you.
16.
Yeah, slightly better. Right. So these herbs, it's not really a herb. There's a mixture of stuff in there. some of it's a little bit harder to identify than others.
It's all clumped up together.
It's like a mix. It's got a very medicinal smell. You know exactly what this is. You've used it in the past.
It's a poultice, is it?
No, this is used as an anaesthetic to knock people out.
Oh. Ha! I know what this is for. This is how they put the goblins to sleep.
I would say so.
Mm-hmm.
It's a anesthetic. Could come in useful.
Can we work out what herbs it's made from? Like,
Oh.
what are the components?
It'd be very difficult.
Generic.
Yeah, it'd be very difficult in this sort of situation because it's all like crushed and ground and whatnot. It's not.
Yeah.
But Rory, you've used this stuff. You know, it's
Yeah.
you know
Nice.
the smell, you know the texture, and you can. It's something that's normally it's bought and sold by either medicine people or
Yeah.
clerics.
It's something I don't know the recipe for, but I recognise.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, well, I will.
Most medicines in my medicine cabinet.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, it's got ibuprofen or something written on the side of it.
This says
Ibuprofen.
Well, I will carefully put that in my bag along with the rest of the evidence, except the bloody ears, which I've tossed into the car outside because I don't want them in my backpack.
Oh, I can anoint the bloody ears.
Yeah, you could, so they don't start stinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you.
Yeah, we should probably do
Yeah,
that.
sure, thanks.
You could just put them in a jar of that rose oil and it'll be fine.
I'll put it in. I'll put them in the jar with the 2 doses left in it.
Yeah, pickle.
So I'll write jar of ears.
We've now got pickled ears. Fabulous.
Hooray.
Shall I update my inventory to say pickled ears instead of bloody bag of ears?
You can put it in my bag of holding if you don't want to carry it.
Hey, we might get
Thank you.
hungry.
I don't want it. Can you please put it in your bag?
Yeah.
Yeah, jerky.
Right, are you doing anything else whilst you're short resting before we move on? Are you looking at that dagger you pilfered, Callista, or?
Yes. Yeah, I would like to look at my dagger.
She didn't pilfer, she liberated it.
I borrowed it
Same thing.
permanently.
Right,
It's
I
magic.
borrowed it
Good note.
permanently.
Right.
It was 6 goblin ears, right ears, and 4 orc ears.
She gave it democracy.
If
Okay.
it's magical, I can identify the dagger. It's a freebie.
Yeah. 6 and 4. Your right ears, yeah.
I'm just
Right.
ahead in the woods in here.
So as you study the dagger, it doesn't take you very long to realise that there is something more to it. It has got like a magical sense, and it would require an identify spell.
Da-da!
I would walk up to Maeve, like, just kind of go, there's something with this sword. It feels magical. Would you be able to identify this?
I can, yes. Of course I can. But there's a lot of swords out there with a lot of magical properties. Yeah.
Yes. However, I lack the knowledge to identify as such.
It's a pretty easy magical circle just to be able to I'll start drawing it on the table with a bit of chalk.
Right. Okay. Right. So you draw out your little magical circle. You put the dagger in it, and this is a ritual, isn't it?
Yeah.
How
10
long
minutes.
does it take? 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Um,
And if
10
I'm not
minutes.
doing the herbs, I might as well do this instead.
Yeah, okay. So after the 10 minutes is up, you get a sense of what this thing is. It's called, and this isn't in D&D Beyond yet, but
Okay.
this is called a Dagger of Slumber. It is, and I will add it to D&D Beyond if you attune to it. If you're not going to bother, I'm not going to add it in. its properties, its finesse, its light, it's thrown, so it has a range of 20 feet, long range of 60. Its special features has an ability called Enchanted Sleep. When the Dagger of Slumber deals damage to a creature of CR 4 or lower that has 50 or fewer hit points, the creature must succeed on a DC 14 Wisdom saving throw or fall into a magically induced sleep for 1 hour. While asleep, the creature is unconscious and cannot be awoken by non-magical means, such as being shaken or splashed with water. Loud noises or damage will wake the creature, ending its sleep. This ability can be used 4 times per day, and the dagger regains its charges at dawn. And then it has a thing called Mark of the Slumbered. When a creature falls asleep due to the Dagger of Slumber, a small symbol of an eye with a crossed out pupil appears on their forehead.
Right, this is the tool of their trade.
Fading after 24 hours. This mark is harmless but serves as a telltale sign of the dagger's effect.
This dagger could be useful.
Yeah, I think
It's evidence.
Yeah, it is.
Shut up, Rory. No. I want to attune to this dagger.
Well, we can sell it as evidence, but we don't have to necessarily hand it over. We can just be like, we've got this thing,
True.
it's evidence, but we're going to keep it.
That's true.
We could use it until we have to hand it back.
Yeah.
Right, so you're going to attune to it.
Yes.
Are you sure?
Check it for
Yes.
Takes
Right,
an hour.
okay, so
Let's
you
check
could...
it first. I want to check it over for things
How are
like
you going
evil stuff.
How are you going to check it for evil things?
I can't. Actually, I cannot. So yes, I'm just going to attune to it.
With my identify spell, would I have noticed any curses or anything like that?
No.
No. I think it's alright. But I'm just ahead.
Alright.
Hang on.
Yeah, you are just ahead. There you go. I Maeve the floating head.
Then
Mage
leave the floating head.
Yes. I would like to attune to it.
Right, so you can do that over the period of your short rest. Yeah, it took 10 minutes to identify it, but if you just extend your short rest by 10 minutes, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I will add it to D&D Beyond, but now you attune to it, the dagger does have a curse and it's affecting you. The Dagger of Slumber has a hidden curse that activates once attuned. While attuned, the wielder becomes unable to sleep or gain the benefits of a long rest,
Ooh.
as their dreams are filled with haunting visions of the creatures they have put to sleep. This exhaustion accumulates over time, it giving the wielder a level of exhaustion each time they use the enchanted sleep ability, without having rested for at least 8 hours afterwards. So you still rest, but you won't gain the benefits of a long rest. But if you don't rest, you will gain exhaustion every time you use the dagger. The curse,
God damn it.
and yes, the curse remains hidden until the daggers. Well, actually, I shouldn't have told you until you used the damn thing, but I thought, yeah, never mind. Once the curse is activated, it can only be removed with the remove curse spell.
Mm-hmm. Which none of us have yet.
I can't cast that yet.
Nope. Because it's a third level spell.
I'm pretty sure she is going to start poking people with it right away, so...
Yeah, the effect only happens when I start going, ha-ha!
Yeah, and then
With
your
it.
victims come after you in your dreams. It's very well
Yeah.
London.
So with that
Okay.
knowledge, I'm attuned to it. However, we ain't gonna use that bitch for a minute.
Well, I mean, to not metagame it, you'd have to use it and we'd find out about the effects and then
Yeah.
be like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
let's actually hand this over.
Okay. Yeah, I might use it once, and then
And go
yeah,
visit a
no,
temple.
Yeah, I carried
I'll
on
use
reading,
it
but I should have
once and
stopped there.
Yeah. Go visit
yeah.
a
All right. Without metagaming, I would use it once, and that's
Right.
Or it
So
might
that
take
kind
you-
of-
It might take you a while to figure it out.
yeah.
First time you have a long rest, you'd figure it out after using it. Right, okay, so short rest is over. What do you want to do?
Get to this farm, right?
Head out west to the farm that Thingy told us about.
So do we put a leash on Dubar and drag him along then, since he's not here?
Yeah, he's just gonna follow you like a
He's
mindless
just
drone,
kind of like,
thinking about protein.
Protein?
Dudes.
He's probably had about 4
We're gonna
beers
go
for
on-
lunch.
Go on, mate.
We're gonna go and find the garlic farmer's lost sheep.
Exactly.
Kind of, yeah.
My sheep
Oh,
have run
Marsh
amok.
Farmer.
Run amok.
Sheep farmer.
We found the sheep. There's some of the sheep over there. There's some of the sheep up the wall. There's some of the sheep on the ceiling.
well,
It's also a VLDR reference.
in
So-
the current.
Go.
Go ahead.
No, go on. Sorry.
Go on.
I was gonna say, in the current D&D podcast I'm listening to, they recently had to go find a sheep in a cave. The door literally said "sheep" on it, and they came across a cavern that their rat fell through because she had a bag of tricks, and there was literally on the other side just a really badly painted drawing of a sheep. Because it was dark up the wall. I'm like, something might apply here. Maybe we should go after the sheep.
All right. Let's go for the sheep then.
Okay, so
The
you make
sheep.
your way to the farm. It's only, if you're taking your horse and cart, it's only like 15 minutes away. So you head to the west, following the road. It's a bit windy. You do see numerous farmsteads as you're going up there. Some of them just growing crops. And as the 15 minutes approaches, you do come across this farm, which is obviously did have livestock at some point, but all the fields are empty. You do see the obvious telltale signs that there were livestock in the fields. Like the fields are slightly muddy. There's tracks there. You do see a farmhouse on the farmstead. There's nobody about in the fields.
Can we knock on the door?
Yeah, let's tie up the cart next to the house and see if we can talk to the farmer.
We found Clarkson's farm. It's supposed to have livestock, but they keep escaping.
Oh my god! What are you doing here?
So you knock on the door, and a middle-aged sort of guy in rough-spun clothes answers.
White curly hair.
Looks haggard, like he's not had a lot of sleep recently. I'm worried. Hey.
Does he have the stagger too?
No. He's probably worried about his farm and all these missing
Yeah,
livestock.
that too.
So
That too.
he answers the door and he goes, yes?
We're here about the livestock issue to help you. My name's Rory, and these are my adventuring friends.
And
What, like those Tussbreaker fellers that was here earlier looking for them?
boy.
They are indisposed,
Indisposed.
and we are taking over their duties.
Ooh, well, they didn't look very professional. They didn't. They came up here, and one of them was very drunk. Maybe you can.
Right.
Are you going to do a better job than them? I'm very worried.
Sam.
You see.
That sounds like them, very much so. Yes, we are consummate professionals here, and we never get into scrapes.
Nameless kind of pulls the sheet a little tighter to make sure that the bodies are covered in the cart.
Does Rory need a deception check for that?
No, this guy's very trusting.
His name is
He
Heston
sounds very
Hudson.
trusting.
How are you going to help? Them orcs, they came by and they broke in the fields, took down the fences and drove them off, they did.
Right,
All me cows are gone.
right. We should. We'll go investigate the tracks, and we're pretty good at tracking.
Well,
So we'll take it
I
from
need
here.
them cows because you've got bills to pay.
I understand. We'll. If any are alive, we'll return them to you.
Oh, you're such a gentleman.
Could you point us to where one of the fields where they exited?
Aye, here, you follow me and I'll take you there, and he takes you out of the, I suppose, the path, heading back east a little bit to one of the fields, and as you approach it, you see it's a large pastoral field, and...
One moment, baby.
Yep. No problem.
Yeah.
In the meantime, does this farmer have a name?
No one's asked it, and we're going to pause right here while he's... Okay, so carrying
But
on.
anyways,
He's leading you to this field, which is in the west. Like I say, it's quite obviously where the cattle were. The fence is broken, leading to the road.
On the way, could I introduce myself and ask what his name is, please?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't tell you. I didn't introduce myself. I'm Giles. Giles Thatcher. I know those between you and me. I mean, those tusk breakers. They're a bit. I know they're a bit unprofessional, but I give them a bit of leeway. You know, their leader Darden. He's my nephew. You see.
Oh God.
And I know he's a bit boisterous and he's fallen on some hard times, but I'm glad you're here. Put it that way, because they're not as good as people might think they are.
Don't say anything. Don't say anything.
Well, I think we know where we're taking his body. Yikes.
Anyway, this is the field right here, and you can see where these bloody orcs they came and they broke down the fence and they drove the cattle out.
Very blatant.
yeah.
Can I examine the tracks to see which direction they go off in?
Yeah, absolutely.
Can I suggest that I be the one to do that?
Oh. Okay.
Yes.
If you're happy for me to.
You won't get your favorite terrain thing, yeah, because you're in
No,
farmland.
that is fine. Is it a survival check or? What kind of
For following tracks, yes, it's a survival check.
Mine's +5.
Okay, in which case, yeah, you go ahead.
Alright. Do you want to help?
Well, so yeah, I was saying the reason I was saying it is because although I don't have my favorite terrain, orcs are my favorite enemy, so I've got
Yeah, you get if you want,
advantage on the check.
Ah.
but you'll get
So
advantage
it's
on the
up to
check
you.
if she helps
Alright.
you. So
Yeah, I'll cast Ithas's guidance on me, and I will check with advantage. Okay, so 17 plus 2, 19.
19, right? Okay, so you do clearly see there are the tracks of the cows, and there are definitely orcs mixed in there. They're all a bit muddy and mixed up, so you can't tell whether there's any goblins with them, but there's definitely orcs. They've come out of the field and they're heading in a southerly direction, so they've gone straight across the road. And across the road is like a little bit of a hillock, and they've gone that way.
Okay. I'd point out to the others. Looks like they've gone on the road, cut across, and gone on to that other side of that hill to the south, is it?
Yeah, they've gone in a southerly direction. Yeah.
So, if we keep going that way, we're bound to come across something.
So, at this point, Giles turns to you and goes, "So, you think you can help me then?"
Definitely.
Oh, that's much appreciated. if you do see Darden in town, just give him my best, will you? And well, actually, he doesn't like a lot of people. Just take his mood with a pinch of salt. If you tell him his Uncle Giles says, I hope you find yourselves on better times, he'll understand.
I mean,
Let's leave that conversation for when we get back, huh?
Cool. Thank you. We will do. We'll pass
we
that
will.
on.
We'll just pass it on.
Nameless
You
obviously
get the
doesn't say
chance.
anything. Nameless doesn't say anything, obviously, but he kind of puts his hands on his hips and kicks a stone.
What an interesting pebble.
Don't you worry, Farmer Giles. We'll sort this out for you.
Oh, lords and ladies, the lot of you. You really are.
And don't think of giving us a reward, please.
We're not
Wait, if you bring back my cattle, I've got a barrel of wine I've been saving. I was gonna...
Maybe we could toast to your cattle once we get them back. How about that?
Aye, that'd be a grand idea, that. Maybe we can barbecue one of them up.
Maybe. We'd pay for the meat, obviously.
we just leave.
We head off south.
I just kind of nudge.
Take the wagon.
Let's go, Rory.
Can I actually suggest we leave the wagon here because it's going to make a lot of noise? compared
you
to
mean-
how
Leave
we
it
roll.
off the farm, though. And hide it in the bushes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we got two bodies and a goblin in the back. Yeah.
No, the goblin's in the lockup at the town.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, all right. Still, we got two bodies in the back.
So, did we actually bring the bodies with us? Or I
Yeah, they're in the
thought we
car.
would drop them off somewhere.
No, they're in the car.
Like,
No, we
okay.
brought them.
We don't want Farmer Giles stumbling across our wagon, so we'll leave it outside the farm and
Let's go find a tree to tie it to somewhere. Inconspicuous.
With flowers and all sorts in the, you know.
the last thing he needs is more trauma.
Good thing I found a load of roses and poppies and bluebells.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
so give me an investigation check. This will be a group check, so everybody do it. And this is looking for a suitable place to hide the horses and cart.
Fastigation. I have to move
I
this
got
over because
4.
I
4.
Oh
can
no.
Oh,
15.
I got a 4 as well, but I'm hero pointing that shit because I feel so bad.
this is
I got-
investigation check.
Yes.
12.
19.
12, 19. What's
Okay, that's slightly better. A 10 now.
what's Callista's?
13.
13. I suppose I should do one for Duba. Yeah, that was never going to end well.
Wait, was that with advantage?
No.
Okay, well, yeah, it's just straight 19.
What's his investigation? Investigation. Oh, he's actually got a positive to it. Right, so 10. So you've averaged a score of about 12. Right, okay. So it takes you a little while. But you do find, about 5 minutes down the road from the farm, not a wooded area, but it's definitely, it's very, lots of shrubs, large ones. that you think you can probably get the cart into with the horses. And there's definitely something for like fodder for the horses to eat. You know, there's plenty of grass for them to keep them happy.
So they can eat, pick on each other while we investigate.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Right. So, in that case, so we're now 50.
And we'll pin the location on Google Maps so we know we can get back to it.
Right.
Right.
Mhm.
Yep. Okay. So you remember
Probably
where?
maps.
Everybody will remember where you parked.
Are there any car accidents on the way to towards the orcs?
Can I do a wisdom saving throw, whether or not I do remember?
What you want?
Street view.
You want to see if you remember where you park? It's more of an intelligence thing, that though.
We're in the
That's
green
fine.
zone. Remember,
As they're walking away,
It's all fucking green.
Nameless turns around and hits his key fob twice, and one of the horses neigh, indicating that they're locked.
makes a Zoidberg noise.
Ooh.
Okay. So you lock up the cart and the horses. The rear
Did
lanterns
anybody leave
flash
anything
twice.
visible inside? We don't want anybody breaking the windows.
Yeah, just the bodies.
Cover the bodies with blankets.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of assumed that you'd covered them with something rather than just,
Yeah.
That's why
driving around.
Nameless was pulling on the tarp to make sure that the bodies are covered with. Oh, that's my nephew, and blah blah blah. It's like, oh boy.
So you make your way back to the tracks. You follow them for a good, let's say, an hour, and then the ground seems to harden up a little bit, and it's a bit harder for you to track. So I need another survival check. Again, if you and Vanera are doing it together, one of you can do it with advantage.
Okay. I'll cast guidance again.
What are you doing, Minxie?
I'll be right back.
are you doing?
Survival. That's 27.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Was one of those a natural 20?
No.
No. Yeah, I just saw it pop up on my browser at the side. I was like, oh, fuck. Right, okay. So, yeah, you after 30 seconds of scouting around, you both managed to pick up the trail relatively easily. You follow it for another hour, so you've now walked for 2 hours.
It's a long way.
Well, they're not going to be camped nearby.
No, it's like 8 miles, isn't it?
Over rough terrain, I'd say
Oh, 6
more
miles.
like
6 miles.
between 4 and 6, yeah.
6.
Around this point, do we want to specify that we're trying to now, after 2 hours-ish, move stealthily? That's a good time to specify that. If everyone agrees.
Probably. Yeah, probably.
If we're gonna do stealthily,
I'm not.
Nameless is going to stay in the back.
Yeah, because he kind of like chinks when he moves.
Right? Yeah, he kind of makes noises as he moves, and
I don't think you get a disadvantage yet.
yes, I do.
Oh.
I have a disadvantage.
Yeah, I have disadvantage. It's a +3, but I have disadvantage.
Sounds like a tin man.
Hmm. Yeah,
Clanking
they're not
along.
wearing plate, but they're wearing stuff that's got metal in it. So
I'm wearing. What am I wearing actually?
you're wearing the equivalent of a gambeson, so it does have metal in it.
It was chainmail. Yeah, I have chainmail armor.
Oh yeah, you've got chain on there as well. Yeah.
So yeah, there's always a shink, shink, shink noise as I'm moving.
Right. Okay. So if you want to move stealthily, your speed halves, and I need a stealth check from everybody. Those of you that have disadvantage, please do it with disadvantage. You've been following the
Will
trail.
do.
Mm-hmm.
for 2 hours, and
Yes,
Vanera
indeed.
has suggested that you should start moving stealthily because she might be getting close.
Whoops.
With
13.
disadvantage. With disadvantage. I actually move 16.
16, that's good.
Yeah, I'm kind of impressed. Or no, I'm sorry, 14.
Oh, come on!
14. Okay.
No,
That's fine.
I misread it. It's 14.
Well, dirty 20, but I also rolled a nat 20 on this one, my first one of this game.
That's
I
good.
was like,
A dirty
But
20
still.
is still a 20, right? Okay.
still 20.
What's everybody else?
Did you get mine?
No, I didn't.
13.
13.
13.
I've got 12.
12.
Averaging around 13.
What's Vanera's?
23.
Oh, of course.
Okay.
She's
So
a
that,
scout.
that's brought the
Goddamn
average
Rangers.
up a little bit.
Do we need Dubar as well?
She's one of
Yeah,
them
I do need to
rangers.
do both.
Yeah, one of them rangers.
Gandalf.
There you go. That's better.
Really?
Big bush
Thank
beard,
you.
tall gray hat.
This is that's actually the canal I was actually on my kayak.
Yeah, Dubar rolled a natural 1.
Oh boy.
Dubar.
Why?
But what's his stuff?
Dubar!
But he has
Yeah,
a
he
plus
just-
5 with stealth.
He screams out. "Ah!"
It's because he's not wearing anything, so he has a +5.
So he's got a 6.
His loincloth barely covers his second
He's
sword.
running along.
Right.
Yeah.
Those are not. That's not his ass cheeks making that slapping noise.
Oh no! Right, that's getting clipped.
That's his thighs. Every step is slap, 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 slap.
In
feel
fact,
like
I
you
think that's going to be
probably-
the thumbnail for this episode. It's not his ass cheeks making that slapping noise. Oh my
This is
god!
it.
You're
Which is thighs. It runs.
Christ,
Fine.
whenever somebody
Oh, the stealth check.
game, it just winds up into debauchery with their character.
Yeah.
It's
So
great.
your stealth checks averaged out at 14.4, so we're going to round it up to 50. So you're actually even with Dubar running and only getting a 6, despite his massive bonus to stealth.
That's a boner to self.
Dubar's just got a massive bonus.
That's a big bonus.
Massive boner to self.
Oh dear. Moving on.
Skip to the end.
Skip to the end. Yes.
So you have this set for adults only, right?
No, I've set it suitable for small children.
Oh god! A little warning would have been great.
Suitable
Of course it's always suitable for adults. I know what you retrobates are like. Bloody hell.
Okay, toddlers. Now it's time for.
So,
Shadow
anyway, our
Fury.
stealth check is really good. Yeah.
Hey, there's a highly successful children's channel that does like borderline pornographic stuff. So
Yeah, it's got the
so,
Teletubbies.
so we're all moving very stealthily is the point.
Exactly.
Carrying on.
In the bushes.
You are.
Right.
You are.
Dubar is moving along,
Yes.
going, I am singing the quiet song, the quiet song, the quiet song.
Please stop it. It's like I'm not looking at you every time I know that, like, it's gonna get taken the wrong way.
Oh, you guys drive me to drink.
The invisible drink.
All
Yeah.
right, so we're quiet.
Yes, you are fairly quiet despite lower
Despite
rolls.
some idiots.
After a few more minutes, say like 5 minutes, you crest a rise and you see just below some cows in a field, and there's a number of orcs and goblins all appearing to be asleep.
Oh. How long do you think they'll stay being asleep?
Not long.
Until
We start-
they hear us.
Yeah.
How far away
How
are
many
we?
cows did he say were missing?
He didn't actually say.
Seems like a lot of cows. Can I count how many there are?
Nameless, as he's sitting on the ground, he lifts off his helmet so his voice doesn't echo inside of the squirrel cage that he wears around his head. And he says, it might be best
50.
if the quieter ones go in and begin their work. When they wake up, then Dubar and I will move in.
That's kind of bad asking how far away we were.
How far away you are from the cows and the
Say,
goblins?
for argument's sake, the closest lookout. For argument's sake.
So around 60 feet. You've literally just crested this rise, and it's a little bit of a valley on the other side. It's not too steep, but let's say if you're in the prone position, you can look down through the grass and you can see them all there. But the cows are milling around, and they do appear to be tied up. They've got like a rope around their neck and they're staked out, but they've got a bit of length on them. And all of the orcs and goblins do appear to be asleep. They're all lying down.
All of them?
All of them, yeah.
What if I send in
correct,
Dara
if you
just
hit
to
them
go
when
and...
they're sleeping.
What if I just send in Dara to chew the ropes off the cows?
Yeah, but who's going to guide the cows?
I mean, if we're 60
Hold
feet
on.
away, if the fighters want to get in position, I can pick them off from here until
Wait.
someone wakes up.
It's the middle of the day, isn't it?
Yeah, it's now 2:30.
So
Why
this is
are they
obviously
asleep?
a bit weird. Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, I like this.
Maybe you could send your friend to go see if they have markings on their foreheads.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a Dara. What you doing, you little shithead?
Scribble.
Are you ready?
He just nods a little bit and squeaks.
Right.
You could see
Go
through
on,
his
show
eyes,
me.
right?
Yes.
Okay.
Go and show me whether or not they've got an eyeball on their head. Yeah? And I'll send them out.
Forehead.
If any,
Probably should have mentioned
if any of
forehead.
if any of them are awake and he climbs on them, he's probably dead.
Yeah. So he's gonna get about there and then start going quiet.
Okay, give me a stealth check for Dara, please.
Oh, yep. I need to get his stat block up. Stealth. There. Oh, that's actually not bad. That's an 18 plus 5.
You gotta oil this chair.
Right, yeah. Okay, so
23.
23, yeah. Okay.
And they'll start sort of pottering about everybody.
Right. So give me an investigation check using Dara's investigation.
-4. And he rolled a 4.
0. Well, from where he is, he can't really see much. There's
Keep
lots
looking.
of feet.
Keep looking. Go up. Don't look at his fucking feet. You're not paying for them.
Well,
How long do you want to have Dara spend
Nameless
looking
just
around.
slowly looks at Maeve and she's yelling this out. Like, what the fuck?
Well, hopefully not actually yelling, because
Otherwise, we're fucked.
She's gonna like spend a couple of minutes just sort of like checking where she can. Whether or not she can actually see anything is another question. Get out! Come on.
You see this creature with little tiny paws going on her cheeks, like.
Get
Right.
in the face! For fuck's sake.
Okay, so if you're commanding him to do something specific, give me an animal handling check for him.
Is that going to be my role or
Yeah,
they'll
that'll be yours. So you're doing
Yeah. It's the same anyway. 17.
17. Right, okay. So he does what you ask and he gets up and starts crawling around on the heads and having a good look. Give me another investigation check, please, using Dara's sight.
Oh, -2.
Your scout sucks.
Yeah, he's
can I just say, near the end of the session, do you want to hero point that?
I
'Cause-
want to.
Should I hero point it?
Yes.
To a
Yes.
little hero.
Oh no.
Oh.
-8.
+2.
positive too.
Hey, at least we're moving in the right direction.
Right, okay, so I'm gonna give you this because that's just fucking hilarious.
Oh, it's a butterfly!
But the way I'm gonna give it you is it's gonna take a lot longer than what a few minutes. Okay, so instead of it taking like 2 or 3 minutes, it's gonna take 15 minutes for him to have a good look at these heads.
I think Dara goes and eats some of the food that they've been cooking, and then like wanders around a bit.
Sniffing feet.
So what he does know, what you get from him running around, licking feet, peering up noses, and chewing one of their tongues for whatever reason, is all of the there's all of these goblins. So that one, that one, that one, that one are not asleep. They're very definitely dead.
Oh.
They-
Oh
They are missing ears, but they're dead. This one, this one, this one, and this one all have that eye mark on the forehead.
I knew it.
These two in the back here are dead. And again, missing ears. They're all missing the right ear.
Well, this sounds like a mop-up operation then.
So
I think that number matches what we've got, doesn't it?
Thereabouts.
yeah. Okay, so
I have another thought.
we make
but,
notes about this to add to our report.
So you've come over the rise. Dara's discovered that there's one goblin and 3 orcs still alive. They're just asleep. The goblin looks rather tough. One of the orcs looks like he might be I suppose the warband leader. So this guy here looks more like a leader than the other grunts that are around him.
Was he one of the asleep ones?
Yeah, he's one of the asleep ones.
It might
Looked
actually
like-
behoove us to question him for information.
So
Oh,
Without killing him this time.
yeah.
Right.
what I will do is the ones that you've discovered are definitely dead. I will mark them as dead.
Yeah.
I'm assuming May's communicating all this to all of us as well.
Yes.
I gotta oil this chair again.
I have thought, but I'm not supposed to know them yet. But I have thoughts.
The cows all look unharmed, as far as Darren can see.
Let's get the cows.
But it is getting rather late, so I think we'll actually we'll break it here, and we'll pick it up next time with what you're gonna do with the survivors that are slumbering and the cattle, and how you're gonna explain to Darden's uncle that you've murdered him. So, with that,
Are we gonna talk?
Do we really need to tell him?
That's the beauty of being nameless. He doesn't talk.
yeah, you don't actually have to tell him anything, as far as he's
No.
concerned. It's entirely up to you. You know, I will let you
First, he-
decide that based on your own morality. So with that, we'll catch you all next week. Play nice, be good, have fun. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye,
I don't
Rebecca's
want
mum.
to play nice.
Bye, Rebecca's mom.
Bye, Rebecca's mom.
I am.